Hi guys and dolls, WIZZY here. Welcome to my channel today. Today we are going to be talking about my tattoos and doing my tattoo story. I have two tattoos, a butterfly on my shoulder and one on my lower back. And the one on my lower back is the same exact tattoo Bam has on his crotch area. Um, so I fell in love with tattoos at a very early age. I was sitting there one day with my grandfather and holding his hand, and I read the name Dorothy, and I'm like, Pop, why do you have Gran's name on your wrist? He was 14 and she was 15 when they met. So he told me the day after he met her, he got her name tattooed on him. He did it himself with like Indian ink. And I was like, Pop, why did you do that? That's like bad luck. You know, why would you do that? You just met her. And he was like, because I knew I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. That is the most romantic thing I've ever heard. And I base all my relationships on my grandparents' relationship. They had an amazing relationship. And from that moment on, I knew tattoos like had really strong meanings to them. And at the age of 10, I started calling tattoo parlors to see when I could come in and have a tattoo. My mom wasn't too happy about that. Anyway, my grandfather passed away, and my uncle went in to get his tattoo, which he has this half sleeve, and it's praying hands, candles, and my grandfather's name and date of death. And he's like, do you want a tattoo? And I was like, yeah. And I automatically knew what tattoo I wanted, the yellow butterfly, because when my grandfather passed away, 2 yellow butterflies landed on the flower that me and my brother had put there for my grandfather, which was a big heart made out of roses called the bleeding heart, for the grandkids, and 2 big yellow butterflies. And my grandmother hugs me and says, that's your grandfather watching over you. And since the day of his funeral, I always see yellow butterflies around me. When I'm having a bad day, I see one. I know he's watching over me. They guide me. I had them everywhere on my clothing, stuff like that. And it was a no-brainer. I wanted a yellow butterfly. I wanted it on my shoulder so he can always be there watching over me. And later on in life, I'm going to put "This too shall pass" over it somewhere. It's a huge meaning for me that he's there. He's watching over me. He loves me. He's like my guardian angel, always watching over my shoulder. I'm getting my tattoo, and my other uncle walks in. He gets really pissed off, storms out. We don't have a ride, had to get a cab home. My mom sees it. I'm all bandaged up, and she's like, you better have gotten stabbed. That better not be a tattoo. When I sat down with them and told them the story, they understood, and they came to love it. It is part of me. And a couple months later, I begged and pleaded and whined, oh, is this going to be my last tattoo? And I got my other tattoo, which is very symbolic, because I was really into skateboarding. Bam was one of my idols. I was really tomboyish. So that just, it's like my past. And I went from being tomboyish to growing into a woman and all this. So I'm actually going to get like roses and daisies going through it, and it's going to be really cool. Now, a lot of people ask, what does a tattoo feel like? For me, personally, I didn't feel it at all. I had a great tattoo artist for both of them, Shane. The best compliment I ever got was from him. I was getting my butterfly, and he's like, you take this like a sailor. I've never seen someone take a tattoo for their first time like this. I love that. He said that I took it like a sailor. Best compliment ever. So it's just annoying because you have to sit really, really still, and you kind of get cramped up. But pain, no. I know that chest tattoos are really painful, and side tattoos, which I do plan on getting, are pretty painful. But my shoulder and my lower back didn't hurt at all. I actually took my little cousin, Biggie, to go get hers. And my best friend, I took her to get her first tattoos at the same parlor that I went to get mine. So tattooing has been a real bonding experience for me and a lot of people in my life. My advice is, don't get a tattoo on a whim. Like, really get one. Have a lot of meaning. This is with you forever. Like, I love my tattoos. I don't care if I'm 90 years old and wrinkled. I know the meaning. I know why they're there. So, I don't care what anyone else thinks, to be honest with you. I plan on getting more. My next tattoo is going to be on my thigh. It's going to be a broken glass Jack Daniels bottle with the saying, "Because of you, I walk the line." And I'm getting that because I had a lot of issues growing up. Alcoholism has been in my family forever. So that's very symbolic to me. I'm breaking the pattern and I'm moving forward. And because of you, I walk the line is obviously a line from Johnny Cash's song, "Walk the Line." That's for my fiance, because he's the reason I walk the line. He's the reason I'm who I am now, that I'm sober, and he's the reason that I walk the straight and narrow, and I owe him so much. He's not a fan of tattoos, believe it or not, so that's something that we're at odds about. He loves me just the way I am, so he doesn't really want me to alter my body in any way, sort of like that. But I love my tattoos. I always had my grandfather close to me. You know, people probably think, oh, she just got it because of whatever. No, I got it because it has a meaning. Because my grandfather's watching over me always. So, here it is. Here's my butterfly. You guys can see it. And hopefully I don't flash you guys. This is my other tattoo. If you guys can see it. Hopefully I'm not like flashing you my butt and actually showing you the tattoo. But yes, those are my two tattoos. Tattoos are very expensive too. Don't go to some guy who's doing it in his kitchen. I've seen girls on Facebook, they're laying in a kitchen holding on to like an oven hook, and the guy's tattooing them on the kitchen floor. That's weird. Like, that's not sanitary. Like, go where it's sanitary. Clean needles. You know, this is sort of like important because you can get infections and stuff like that. I want to know your guys' tattoo stuff. Do you guys have tattoos? What's the meaning to your tattoos? Leave that in the comments below. Do you want tattoos? What are the tattoos that you want? And the meaning of those tattoos? I want to know all of that. So leave that down in the description, people. All my tattoo lovers. You know, tell me what your experience is with your tattoos. And I will keep you guys updated on all the tattoos I get. There will be much more to come. So those are my tattoos, and those are the meanings. Thank you for listening. Love you guys. Bye.